Maybe I don't have anything to add to this world. I'm just an overgrown girl. I should just put on my coat and go. I don't know what I'm doing.
So everything that's kind of hard and crispy, it's all my old fabric. There's old crocheting strands from older installations. It was like this big purge. And then also I've always used paint in my installations, wall painting, and I have all this extra paint. So I mixed it all together and it made brown. And I dipped all of these ropes in the brown paint, and then in that mud that was in that foundation underneath our house, like, you know, I saved the mud so that this would really reference on in an actual, you know, so just referencing that dirt, like, is that dirt that is like the foundation for what we do every day, what, you know, where we spend our time. But that, you know, it's actually in the gallery here with us.
It's not directly in this piece, but it's something we've talked about, something that excites us. Like the Orthodox Jews will actually, like the hair is part of the body, and you have to be buried whole. So if you ever have surgery and you lose an organ, like you have to like take it home with you so that you can be buried with it.
So it's like, you know, very much like fabric. It's this very intimate substance where, you know, I touch Paul's hair. It's like he touches my hair, I touch my son's hair. It's kind of part of the private space of a person. And we all know what hair feels like and what touching other people's hair is like. So you took, you know, your mother's ponytail. It even has like her smell, her, you know, your earliest memories are of having your little baby hands entwined in her hair. So that makes, you know, the impulse to save hair and memorialize people through hair is something very basic and makes so much sense to me, because it's just about the fingertips and the memory of that in a body. And when people respond to my work, they always talk a lot about touching, and which is so odd because in museum environments and in the gallery, you're not really supposed to touch stuff, but they're like, I want to, or it makes me feel like I know what it's like to touch this. And we interact with this material, fabric, fiber, pretty much every minute of the day, and we all have a knowledge of it. And that's why it's really appealing to me as a sculptural medium, because people feel something already. You know, they know what it's like to have stuff like this rubbed against their skin.
How do you deal with criticism and negative feedback?
I have this perspective, and it's probably one that I'm not supposed to admit to, but like, I went to grad school. Grad school is a place for most people of a lot of criticism, a lot of input. And then some people leave that sort of situation and they want to have people in their studio to critique them, because that's what's happening a lot in this school environment. When I left, I really wanted my studio to be a private space. And I feel like when I look at my work is not like, this piece is the most amazing thing I've ever made. It's all this one long process. I make this, and this will tell me new ways to work that will be better than this thing behind me. So a lot of times I'm not really craving any sort of criticism from other artists, or it sounds kind of like, I don't want to hear it, but it's like, I really know what's wrong with it. I really see it, and a lot of the times it's not like just the stabbing myself, like this didn't work. It's like, oh, I know what to make it better. I know what to do. Certainly I read everything, of course, and it's always very interesting to see what interpretation people have of things. But I really try to let it be my criticism, is what, you know, in my own kind of, like, that's not where I want it to be the thing that I really listen to. It's just part of it. It's part of life, you know. You get other people's perspectives on everything having to do with your person, and you just keep going.
Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Everywhere you turn, there's zero stories burned. If there's nothing new to learn, year after year, there's more and more fear. And don't hesitate, just to put your ears on me.